One of the hardest things that I deal with is older adults who don't want to stop driving. We all need to have a plan and a thought in our mind that someday we will need to retire from driving. It's not realistic that you're going to drive until the day you die. Some people don't know that it's time for them to retire from driving because they have dementia, and they honestly do not realize that they don't have the skills and the qualities and the abilities to drive safely. But other people are of sound mind, and they just are determined to keep driving, even when physically they're weaker, their reaction time is slower, their vision is not as good, their hearing is probably not as good, and they just don't want to give up that independence. And I get it. Driving is our autonomy. Driving is something, for most people, it was the first thing that they felt like an adult. They felt like they had freedom. And so it just is very difficult, and especially if the privilege of driving is taken from you, your anger and depression will be so much higher than if you willingly give up driving and retire. Those people that willingly retire from driving, smooth sailing. So today I had two people who needed to give up driving. Both were very upset about it. One does have dementia. The other has physical limitations, and her family is telling her that she can't drive anymore. And both of them were in tears, and it was really hard. And that's because I think they didn't ever think about it and think that, you know what, someday I'm going to need to stop driving. And so here's your nudge if you needed it. Realize that most of us will need to stop driving before we die. And maybe it will be several years. And that's why senior transportation programs are so essential. And they are so important to be supported if you have that in your community, and hopefully you do. So I hope that helps.